I am here in Barcelona, Spain, and we asked a local, do you buy Bitcoin? And he said, no, not at all. So we told him that he should maybe consider changing his mind because Bitcoin will very likely increase in value over time. And he said, yeah, that's what they always say. So this suspicion is what keeps poor people poor. Because whenever there is an opportunity throughout history to be part of a wealth transfer, which is exactly what's happening now, they choose to opt out. Now you're asking me, well, what is this wealth transfer about? I don't even understand what you're talking about. And this is where it gets very important that you understand what hard money is. Hard money is money that cannot easily be created, and most importantly, that is limited in the amount of whatever can be in circulation. Think of gold, for example, which is very hard to mine, and also each year there's only 2% of the world's gold supply that is added to the circulation. Only 2%. So there's only a 2% inflation when it comes to gold. That's why Bitcoin is like digital gold. Because Bitcoin is very hard to mine. As a matter of fact, it gets harder and harder to mine it. But it's even better, there's an upper limit. 21 million Bitcoin. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin, which you can't even say that about gold.
And I think it's worth talking some more about that 21 million Bitcoin limit, which is really, really powerful because it prevents the government to water down your work and your buying power. Because if you think about it, money is something where we store value that is equivalent to the amount of value that we brought to our society. In other words, if we work and we provide value, either by delivering goods or services, we're giving money that we can store, and then at a later moment in time, we can use it to pay for whatever we desire. What is really ugly is that with Federal Reserve Bank or whatever government you have around the world, with them being able to just print more money, which is inflation, they get to decide that at any given point in time they can water down your buying power. And that is just not fair. That is not something we should accept. So instead of focusing on the price of Bitcoin, you should focus on the fact that Bitcoin is an incorruptible money. And that is really powerful. And I believe that anyone who has desire for freedom and sovereignty and a shot at really building up generational wealth, now is the time. Because we are in a time where we have a technology and we have a mindset that goes in this direction. And before you let the people or companies or the individuals who are already rich get even richer, in my opinion, it is important that you get a piece of the pie. And again, you don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin. You can just buy whatever fraction of a Bitcoin you can afford. Just start with a little bit. And if you are like me, you just walk around with a nice credit card. Like this is, for example, the Gemini credit card, and you pay for your life and you get cash back in Bitcoin. So if this all resonates with you, definitely look for the link in the description so that you can continue education. This is it for now. See you soon. Bye.